I want you to walk outside tonight and look up. What do you see? You see a vast, crushing darkness sprinkled with tiny pinpoints of white light. It feels peaceful. It feels normal. But to a physicist, a dark night sky is a mathematical nightmare. It is a contradiction that suggests our understanding of reality is fundamentally broken. This is known as Olbers Paradox, named after the German astronomer Heinrich Olbers, though the question has haunted thinkers since Kepler and Newton. Here's the logic. If the universe is infinite in size, and if it is filled with an infinite number of stars, then no matter where you look in the sky, your line of sight should eventually land on the surface of a star. Think of it like standing in the middle of a dense forest. If the forest is small, you can see the blue sky between the tree trunks. But if the forest is infinite, if the trees go on forever in every direction, then eventually, every single gap in your vision will be blocked by a tree. You would be surrounded by a wall of wood. Now, apply this to space. If the universe goes on forever, every inch of the night sky should be blocked by a star. The entire sky should be a solid, blinding sheet of white fire, shining with the intensity of the surface of the sun. Night should not exist. The Earth should be vaporized by the heat of infinite starlight. But it isn't. The sky is black. Why? For centuries, scientists tried to solve this with bad theories. Some argued that the universe had dark clouds or dust that blocked the light from distant stars. It sounds plausible, but the laws of thermodynamics proved it wrong. If dust blocks starlight, the dust will absorb the heat. Over billions of years, that dust would get hotter and hotter until it started glowing just as brightly as the stars behind it. The dark wall would turn into a glowing wall and we would still be cooked. Others argued that the light from distant stars just fades away. But physics tells us that while light gets dimmer with distance, the number of stars increases with distance. The two factors cancel each other out. The math says the sky should be white. So, for hundreds of years, humanity stared up at the darkness and didn't realize they were looking at evidence that the universe had a birthday. The solution to the paradox came from an unlikely source, the poet Edgar Allan Poe, and was later confirmed by modern astrophysics. The reason the sky is dark is simple but terrifying. The universe is not old enough. The universe had a beginning. We call it the Big Bang. Because the universe is only 13.8 billion years old, we can only see stars that are within 13.8 billion light years of us. There might be an infinite number of stars out there. There might be an infinite wall of fire waiting for us. But the light from those distant stars hasn't had enough time to travel across the void and reach our eyes yet. We are trapped in a bubble of time. The darkness between the stars isn't empty space. It is the timeline of the future. We are seeing the gap before the light arrives. But there is a second, even stranger reason why the sky is black. The universe is expanding. Space itself is stretching out, carrying the galaxies away from us faster than the speed of light in some cases. As the light from those distant stars travels through this stretching space, the light wave itself gets stretched. It turns from high-energy blue light into red light, into infrared, and finally into radio waves. This is called redshift. This means that the paradox is actually partially true. The sky is filled with light. The radiation from the Big Bang is hitting your eyes from every direction right now. If humans had eyes that could see radio waves or microwaves, the night sky would be glowing brilliantly. There would be no darkness. But because our biological eyes are limited to the tiny visible spectrum, the universe looks black to us. We are blind to the fire that surrounds us. So, the darkness of the night sky is not just an absence of light. It is a history book. It tells us two fundamental truths about our reality. First, that we had a beginning. And second, that we are running away from it. The dark sky is the visual proof of the Big Bang. It is the shadow cast by the finite nature of time. So the next time you look up at the void, don't be afraid of the dark. Be grateful for it. The darkness is the only thing keeping us from being blinded by the infinite energy of the cosmos. I am your host. Thank you for looking up. Subscribe for more paradoxes.